Good morning to all of you. I am Sagar Dalvi, batch July 2021. Today's date is 27th July 2021, and today I am going to explain the JDK, JRE, and JVM. So, before switching to the actual topic, let's discuss some of the basic of Java programming language. Um, we know that C language was invented in 1970s, uh, and development of C language considered as a watershed moment in the development of programming language. Why is it so? Because before 1970 there were programming languages like formula translation, basic, and assembly level language. No doubt, assembly level languages produces very high efficient code, but to debug assembly program is a very tedious task. And this tedious task was addressed by Dennis Ritchie, and he developed a C language in 1970. And 17 and 80s decade was completely ruled by C language all over the world. But as time passes, the real life problem become more complex, and some people thought that C language is unable to address such a large complex problem. So one of the great programmer of all the time, Barney Tosrup, developed object oriented programming language, that is C++. And we know that Java language oops concept was directly inherited from the C++ language. So let's discuss what is the structure of program in Java. We can declare any number of classes in single file, but name of the file is same as that of the public class in that file. So compiler can get means this is standard syntax for Java programming language. And we know that every file in Java has a .java extension, and .java file is the input to the compiler, and compiler produces .class file, and .class file is the input to the JVM, and output of JVM is machine code or binary code, which is understandable by the machine. So let's discuss today's topic, JRE, JDK, and JVM. JDK means Java Development Kit, which includes JRE and some Java development tools. Some Java development tools example, Java compiler, Java console, etc. And JRE means Java runtime environment, which includes JVM and some libraries. So next question may come in your mind, why there are some libraries? Because Java itself provided some inbuilt classes for convenient of data to manipulate very easily. That's why some libraries are already present in JRE. And JVM means Java Virtual Machine. Here virtual means which is not exist physically, but whose operation is equivalent to the physical machine. So next question may come in your mind, why there is a virtual machine. Actually virtual machine can be implemented by using two way. First one is application based virtual machine, and second one is hardware based virtual machine. This JVM is application based virtual machine. Again, JVM consists of three subsystems. The first one is class loader subsystem, second one is memory area, and third one is execution engine, which contains interpreter and JIT, means just in time, JIT, interpreter, and JIT. So that's its overview of JRE, JDK, and JVM. So let's discuss JVM in detail. As I earlier said that JVM consists of three subsystems. The first one is a class loader subsystem, which again divided into three building blocks. The first one is loading, second one is linking, and third one is initialization. Means loading, linking, and initialization are the subsystem of class loader subsystem. Again, in loading we have the three sub block again. The first one is bootstrap loader, second one is extension loader, and third one is application loader. Here the sequence is highest priority is given to the bootstrap loader, next to the bootstrap loader is extension loader, and next to the extension loader priority goes to the application loader. Means least priority for the application loader and highest priority is for bootstrap loader. After loading of the classes, linking was performed in JVM. In linking, again there are three subsystems. The first one is verify, second one is prepare, and third one is resolve. And after prepare, verify, and resolve, the code goes for initialization. Suppose whenever we declare any array and we are not assigning any value to the array, then by default some value get assigned to the array block. That initialization is going to take place in initialization part of the JVM. So the next subsystem of JVM is 5 types of memory area in JVM. The first one is method area. All the static level data gets stored in method area. We know that in object oriented programming language everything must be written with respect to object, and object is the real world entity whose logical entity is class, and class have two types of property. First one is data member and second one is member function. And data member can be classified into the two types, static or instant. And that static part or that static instance or that static variable is stored in method area. For example, suppose we have the class A, in that we have the static variable static A is equal to 20. Then that A instance variable which is a static, and in Java programming language that called as a class level variable is stored in a method area. The second memory area is heap area. As a programmer of Java, we are mostly concerned with the object in Java language, and all the object in Java language is get stored in a heap area. The next memory area is stack area. For every thread, JVM is going to create one separate stack, and the local variable is get stored in a stack. And the one interesting fact regarding stack area is number of thread in Java is equal to the number of thread in stack area. Means the program, if our program contains 5 thread, then 5 stack get created in stack area. The next one is PC register. We know that PC register hold the address of next instruction to be executed. And again the interesting fact regarding the PC register is number of thread is equal to the number of PC register. Means suppose in our program we have the 5 thread, then 5 PC register is get created at runtime. The next memory area is native method area. We know that some method in Java are of a native type, means whose implementation is done in some another languages, but that will get imported in Java languages. That method are called as the native methods, and whose memory get allocated in a native method area. So this is all about the memory area in JVM. And the last subsystem of the JVM is interpreter and compiler. We know that interpreter convert code into the machine understandable code by line, means line by line conversion of the Java language code into the machine level language code is done by the interpreter. But compiler convert whole code at one go. Means whenever the code is large, then compiler convert all high level language code into the machine understandable language. That is the function of the compiler, and the compiler in this Java is JIT compiler, means just in time compiler. Again, some native method library are communicate with execution engine with the help of a Java native interface. So that's it's all about JDK, JRE and JVM. Thank you. We will meet soon.